Hello everyone, this is Shubham Chaudhary and I welcome you again in the 32nd video of our YouTube channel. Today is 1st of February and I would like to tell you that I recently gained this January batch for completing all the daily challenges and their solutions in the January month. So I got this badge for completing all the daily challenges for whole January week for whole January month. So today we are discussing this LeetCode medium problem number 2966. Divide array into arrays with max difference. Here they have given an integer array nums of size n and a positive integer k. We need to divide the array into one or more arrays of size 3 only and satisfying the following conditions. So each element of nums should be exactly 1 in every array. The difference between any two elements in one array is less than or equal to the k that they provided. So we need to return a 2D array of containing all the arrays. If it is impossible to satisfy the condition, then return an empty array, and if there are multiple answers, then return any of them. Now, so in the first example, let's discuss what is the question. So they have provided an array and a k equals to 2. So our n, we need to calculate the subarrays such that the size of this n will be in the multiples of 3. So n is a multiple of 3. So we need to divide this array into 3 subarrays of size, means we need to divide this array into subarrays of size 3. So every subarray will be not subarray but the minimum array. So the small array will be of size 3 and this whole nums array of size will be in the multiples of 3. So we here the k is provided as 2. So we need to divide this array such that every array should have the difference, every array elements, the if we take these two elements, so the difference should be less than equal to 2, then this difference should be less than equal to 2. Then for the next smaller array, the difference of these elements should be less than equal to 2. Difference of these elements should be less than equal to 2. Also, difference of this first and this last element should be less than equal to 2. Here also 7, 8, 8, 9 and then 7, 9 difference should be less than equal to 2. So we can divide the array into the following arrays like this, and the difference between any two elements in each array is less than or equal to 2. Here note that the order of elements is not important. If it is not possible, then we will return empty array. So here we can calculate 133 in one array, and if we take 273 in the next array, so the 2 and 7 difference will be greater than 3. So we will return empty array, that it is not possible to divide the array satisfying all the conditions. Here one thing to note that n is a multiple of 3 always. So how to solve this type of problem? Let's discuss the approach here. So what we will do, we will create a final vector to return and we will sort the nums array first. This is a greedy type of problem, so we will sort the nums array first and we will iterate through the nums vector in this iteration. So we are going to iterate in multiples of 3 as we want the minimum array to be of size 3. So we will iterate through, so in the multiples of 3. So for I equals to for the first iteration our I will be equals to 0. Then next iteration we will calculate for I equals to 3. Then we will the next iteration will be I equals to 6. Like that we will iterate through the array and we will check if the first and last element of the subvector of size 3 is less than k or not. So we will iterate through this and we will check for this. For the first iteration we will check for these three values, and we will check the first and last element of this sub array of size 3 is less than k or not. So we will just check the first element and the last element of that array. If that if the difference of them is less than 2, here we will not check in this array, we will check in the sorted array. So we will first sort the array, and then the sorted array we will iterate through it. So for the first three elements, we will check the first element and the last element. So the difference is less than equal to k. So k is 2, so difference is less than equal to k. Then we will push this vector in the final vector. So here check, then if true, then add the sub vector to final vector, else return empty vector. So what we will do here, so if this condition is possible, that sorry, if 1 and 3 difference is less than equal to k, so we will push these three elements. Now iterate second, for the second iteration our I will be 3. So we will check for this element and for this element the difference is less than equal to 2, then we will push this array, and for this also. So that's the approach here. So let's code for the solution. Before that, if you are new to the channel, hit the like button and subscribe for more content. So first of all, we will create n variable for storing the size. Now we will sort the array or vector. So nums dot begin to nums dot end. Now in the sorted array or vector, if in the sorted vector, we will iterate in the multiples of 3. So for our for loop will go like this: from int I equals to 0, I less than n, where n is the size, and I will increment in multiples of 3. So I plus 3. Now we will check two conditions. If the first and last element of the smaller array and its difference is less than equal to 2, k, the k provided by them, then we will add that element to the final vector. So create a final vector for that. Vector of vector. So it will be our final vector, and we will push that elements. So the condition is if the absolute value of nums of I minus nums of I plus 3 minus 1. So from this we will get the first and last element of that subpart, and their absolute value will give us the positive difference. And if this is less than equal to k, we will do something else. We will instantly return empty vector as they told. So here what will be the conditions? The array is sorted, and if the vector is sorted, and if the first and last elements difference is less than equal to k, then we will push the first three elements of that vector in the final vector. So our final dot pushback. So we will push that three elements as a vector form. So first the nums of I, then nums of I plus 1, and the nums of I plus 2. And here the size n is in the multiples of 3, so we will not worry about the out of bound indexes, as it will satisfy as the array is in the multiples of 3. And here return this, and after that we will return the final 2D vector. So that's the code. check for the solution. Yeah, the code ran successfully. Let's submit the code and check for the hidden test cases. Yeah, the code gives nice complexity as we are beating 100% of the participants. So talking about the time complexity, here we are using the sort function. So for that, it will be big O of n log n, and for this iteration it will be big O of n. So overall time complexity will be big O of n log n, and the space complexity will be, as we are using 2D vector, so big O of n square is the space complexity here. So that's it. If you enjoyed the video or found it helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more content. Your feedback is, and stay tuned for the upcoming LeetCode problem of the day videos and exciting one-stack web development projects. Happy coding, and let's make this year a fantastic one together. Thank you.